If you're a startup, you might be considering if you should focus on selling to small, medium-sized businesses, consumers around that area, or you should be focusing on selling to large companies on the enterprise scale. There is this attraction to selling to consumers and small, medium-sized businesses. One being it's easy and it's quick to build. There's less regulations in terms of what you need to build, compliance, security, all that stuff. People are going to pull out their credit card, they're going to swipe, they're going to pay for it, they like it, they stay, or they leave. The disadvantage with building and selling to SMBs is that you're going to need a lot of customers, a lot of marketing horsepower, and you have to realize a lot of times people don't have the budgets or the amount of money needed to go and pay for your service. And also, churn rates naturally higher because you're going through and cycling through a lot more customers. With enterprise, the exciting aspect about enterprise is, yes, you do get large contract sizes, sometimes in the millions, tens of millions. But the caveat to that is it's a very slow sales cycle, at least in the beginning while you're trying to validate. It could be 6 months, it could be a year. It takes a long time. So it's not really that glamorous too, because you have to keep grinding away and keep following up and pray that your champion or the person that's introduced you into the org doesn't lose interest or leave. And so there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of setting up the deal. It might be 50% product and technology and team, but there's 20-30% of the process is just managing the process and knowing who to work with, who to leverage and who to help to get your solution out into that organization. But the advantage is because they're larger contracts, it took so much work to get in there. It's also going to be a longer contract for multi-year deals potentially, and so churn is a little bit slower. The best thing to think about is based on your past experience, who have you sold to, who have you worked with, use that as an indicator in terms of who you want to work with. If you've worked on consumer products in the past or social media apps, then it might make more sense to focus on the consumer or the SMB side of things. If you worked at a large corporate company, a Fortune 500 company, where all you spent is handling large accounts and doing account management, you should maybe focus on doing that. There's risks, pros, and cons to both, as I've discussed, but ultimately it really comes down to where can you build a repeatable product and sales cycle. And that essentially comes down to which segment you focus on and how well you can take that process and do it over and over again.